Hi everyone, welcome. I hope we're all doing well. Today we have a video where I take the opportunity to show off all the lovely things I found from charity shops recently. It has been a hot minute since we did one of these videos. I just didn't find anything for a few weeks, then life got in the way, but we're here now. I got a stack of stuff, my usual mix of sort of vintagey bits and odd bits and just anything I found that I fancied. So we will not talk too much, we'll just dive in so I can show you off my lovely little vintage goodies. As per usual, let me know what bits you like and what bits you didn't like, etc. And let's just dive into my heap. So let's start off with this dress because it matches the colour scheme I'm currently wearing. This is like a little 1960s mini dress with one hell of a lot of embellishment on it. So this would have probably been made in Hong Kong. That's where most of these sort of beaded pieces came from. This one is kind of unusual. One for the beading that they've gone for is actually like super chunky plastic beads with all these sequins in between. Then also it's actually on a wool base. Normally these dresses are just done onto like polyester or lace. This one is like a solid wool backing that all the beading's on. So it's crazy heavy. It does have a label. I think it's Cerimode, Kermode, C-E-R-I-M-O-D-E, Cerimode is what I guess. It says made in the British Empire, but like I say, I reckon probably Hong Kong, just because that's tends to be where these kind of heavily beaded things are from. 100% wool, fully fashioned. Now it does need a little bit of repair because it is wool. The dreaded moths have got to it, and there is a hoodle which I just need to sew up. But because there's so much beading on it, hopefully you won't be able to see it once it's stitched up. There are also a few loose threads and beads, but because there are so many beads, I don't think you'll be able to notice. But yeah, it's just a little bit unusual. It was crazy heavy. This would have probably been insanely expensive in the 60s, just because it was like imported and all this beading and things. It just would have been a pricey piece to buy and super on fashion. I do think it does fit me, but I don't think the cut is really made for people like me, if you know what I mean. The 60s were all about those like twiggy, straight people, you know, like very skinny, straight up and down. And this fits me, but I am not a straight up and down person. I got a big old booty. So I think it's definitely designed for somebody with a much narrower frame. So although it fits me, I feel like the waist either needs to come in or the hips need to go out, so it should hang straight, whereas on me it just doesn't because of my big old badonk-a-donk. But it does fit. It's just, yeah, I don't think it's quite how it was designed to be. But yes, once I've like fixed it up, it'll be a nice little addition. I don't know where I'm going to store it because it is so heavy. I don't think it's a good idea to hang it. But yeah, I couldn't say no to it. It was a bit expensive, not gonna lie. It was £15, and this one was from the Mind charity shop that I often go to. But yeah, it was just a bit unusual and so very of its period that I could not say no to it. So that's our little 1960s disco number. I never go out, but if I do go out, I will go out loitering away. Then the other item I got from the Mind charity shop this month is this nice 1970s number. This one I have worn loads since I bought it. It is pretty much a maxi one. It stops around the ankles on me. It's very 1930s inspired 70s. It's got like this kind of peplum look around the waist. It looks like it's got nice big pockets, but no, they're little like half fake rubbish pockets, which is a bit annoying. But it adds a nice detail, and then we've got these little buttons up the front in a very nice, again, 1930s inspired print going on. It's super comfortable, it's a cotton one. It doesn't have a make, but it does have like a cleaning label in it. No idea who made it, but yeah, it feels like a really nice fabric. and it's got just a nice design. I wear it quite a lot because it's super comfortable and it fits perfectly. I actually can't remember how much it was. I want to say it was like £7 or £8, which I think is a bit of a bargain. Normally I buy loads of stuff from Mind, but I'm sad to say they've done me dirty. They've gone and gotten rid of their vintage rail, which means they're probably putting it all on eBay, which I guess means the charity gets more money. It means I get less vintage, so I just don't think that's very good. But there we go. At least I've gotten a couple of last little goodies from them. And this is one that I'll definitely wear lots and lots, like I already have. And because of like the colours, I feel like this can definitely also be an autumnal maxi dress. Most maxi dresses are kind of reserved for the summer, I think. But this one has got a bit more of an all year round vibe. So definitely a nice addition to the wardrobe, that one. Then another little 1970s number, but definitely a very different style and vibe, is this little number, which is kind of like nymphetic, I want to say. This is more of the kind of ABBA disco era kind of 70s. It's this little number here. It's kind of like asymmetric floral. So it's like a little strappy dress, but then it's got these shoulder ruched bits that come up on top. And it's got a pretty asymmetric floral pattern, and the skirt kind of opens up to float away. Like I say, it gives me that disco dancing vibe. I feel like you're definitely supposed to do some dancing in this to flash a bit of leg. It's just very pretty though, and it has got these matching ribbons, which I believe are the original belt. It does give me, like I say, a bit of disco dancing vibe, but also a little bit kind of like fairies, woodland, Tatiana, you know, that kind of vibe, just because of the florals and things. This one I think was £10 from Emmaus. I haven't worn it yet, but it does fit quite well. And yeah, it's just a bit different to other ones that I've seen. I thought it'd be a nice one to throw on. Like I said, it's got that kind of fairy vibe. It's quite a wearable length, etc. But yeah, a nice little 1970s number. Then I think the cheapest piece I have for this month is this little 1960s like mini dress, and this one was just £1, so you can't go wrong when it's just £1. It is super like, not greatly constructed, it's definitely a homemade one that's had a few kind of repairs and fixes and stuff over the years. The fabric is not a super expensive one, I would not say, but they haven't done too bad a job on it. It's got a very 1960s vibe with this like belted section in the middle and the short length of the skirt. It's got this nice scalloped edge on the skirt as well. I have not tried it on yet. There's a good possibility it's going to be ludicrously short on me. But yeah, it was only £1, so I couldn't turn down a little 60s mini for £1, could I? That just would not be on brand at all. So we'll have a little try on and see what it looks like. And that was from St. Elizabeth Hospice. So yeah, we got that one. And then whilst I was there, I also picked up another dress, and again I haven't tried this one on yet, but this one might have the opposite problem. This one might be way too big. This one isn't vintage, this is a modern one by Pull&bear. It's got these really nice autumnal colours, and it's very 70s in style. It's halter neck with buttons all down the front and a really open back. I thought this would be really nice for like hot summer days, and like I said, it's got these autumnal colours. At the moment, it's technically autumn, but it's like 30 degrees outside, so this would be the perfect kind of dress for weather and time of year like this. So I'll try it on and see if it fits. It's actually a size large, so I'm not sure if that will fit me. There is quite a lot of space for boobs there, and I do not have that much boob. So we'll have to see if it actually fits. But if it does, it will just be a nice, easy wearing little dress. So yeah, we'll try it on and see what we think. Let me know. You'll have already seen it because I've already put it up by now. So you tell me if it looks any good. But this one was just £2, again from St. Elizabeth Hospice. So I just grabbed it. And yeah, we'll see how it does. Now then, I have a couple of accessory type things. We've got some shoes. These were completely brand new. They still had their labels and things on the bottom. These were quite expensive because they're brand new. These were £15, but they're from Clark's and they're leather, etc. So these probably would have been quite expensive to begin with, like £60–70 or something. I don't know how much new stuff is anymore, but something like that. These were from Mind Again. And I just picked them up because it's actually really difficult to find women's sandals that actually have like a proper sole on the bottom with any kind of grip. I don't know if that's just me, but I cannot find sandals with like anything other than a completely smooth rubbish base on them. So I thought these might be a good practical option. They have got a bit of a like vintage vibe. They're kind of plimsolly 1970s, something your mum would have made you wear in the 90s, that kind of vibe. I haven't really worn them yet, not gonna lie. I wore them once to go literally across a car park to a shop, and I got blisters just from that tiny walk that literally would have taken like 5 minutes tops. My feet were actually bleeding, so I haven't worn them since then. I have tried the old-fashioned Doc Martin trick, which is to walk about in them in the bath, because the hot water kind of helps shape the leather to your feet. I then actually had surgery on my feet, so then I couldn't wear them anyway. But yeah, they were brand new. I'm hoping if I try them on again when able, they will not be so painful anymore. But if they are going straight on eBay because they were really ouchy. But they were worth a punt, right? We'll see. We'll see how they feel. They've got nice like squishy soles, so if they stop making my feet bleed, they'll be really good, long-lasting sandals. Then I have a rather different accessory, not something that I've bought before, which is an umbrella or parasol or whatever you want to call it. But it's this rather lovely vintage one. This would be probably 1950s or early 1960s is my guess. And it's got this amazing tassel on it, very pretty. The handle is made to look like leather, but it's actually a plastic, which is why it might be into the 60s. And then like a blue and a really like skinny, kind of sophisticated, elegant shaping to it. But it is a very pretty design. I love that little tassel. I don't know if I'd actually want to take it out in the rain because the wind might blow it inside out and break it. But yeah, it doesn't say who actually made it, but it's definitely a very like sophisticated lady about town style umbrella. I could just imagine in like a little 1950s pencil suit walking down the street with an umbrella like this. So this was £3 in Cancer Research. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but I just couldn't resist the design of it, especially with this pretty little tassel. I feel like it's lucky it hasn't lost that over the years. So yeah, it might just sit in my dressing room looking pretty, or it might just come out on me as a kind of accent without actually being used, because yeah, I'm not sure how it would actually put up with the horrendous wind and rain of the good old UK. But it's very pretty. Then finally, I've just got some like mid-century homewares. It is a stack of pottery from Pull, which is this mid-century twin tone set. Twin tone by Pull was started, I think it was the 30s, the first lot, but it ran right through until the 70s or 80s, I think. But this one, I believe, this sort of pattern was like 50s, 60s. Basically all the twin tone stuff is really simple. It's just like a grey or a beigey colour with then like a pastel inside. So you get like blue ones and pink ones and peachy ones. I see this stuff at antique fairs like all the time. This was the first time I'd seen any in a charity shop, so I was like, you know what, I'll grab it. I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. I was like, maybe I'll sell it if it's at all the antique fairs, maybe it's worth more. But I actually kind of like, these are the coffee cups and they're actually like a really good size and shape. So I'm kind of tempted to keep it now. Plus the pastel kind of goes with my outfit, so it's hard to turn it down. But I've got like coffee cups with their saucers. There's also teacups with their saucers. I've got all of the side plates, sugar bowls, spare plates, all kinds of stuff. I believe I got 16 pieces and it was like £7. So just a little bit of mid-century design. Lovely, some pastels. I think this design looks really nice where you've got like a few of the different colours together, like if you've got blue and pink, just going for that full pastel princess vibe. So yeah, I think this might be the start of a little collection, which I definitely don't have space for or money for, but at least this bit was only £7. So that was everything for this little haul. Mostly little vintage goodies, a couple of new bits thrown in. You'll have to let me know what you thought of everything. Is there any pieces you really like, or any pieces you think look hideous, things that don't fit me, etc, etc. Have you found anything good yourself? Just let me know everything. Hopefully I'll be back with another one of these videos a bit sooner. I didn't find too much at the start of August. Yeah, it sometimes goes like that. And now that mine are not selling vintage stuff anymore, very upsettingly, I might not find as much as quickly. But hopefully, the charity shop gods will provide. They will be back with more lovely little goodies sooner rather than later. In the meantime, I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything goes great in life. And I'll hopefully see you all again soon. Bye everyone.